How does Reebok put more speed in its running shoe? ICL Dover put precision where there's no room for error. And Volvo engineers safety into every design. How do designers and engineers from successful companies everywhere get innovative products to market in record-breaking time? Ashlar-Vellum. With Vellum, if you can dream it, you can design it. Ashlar-Vellum is beyond intuitive. Vellum actually makes sketching on the computer faster than freehand. Freehand drawing doesn't result in detailed drawings accurate to 16 decimal places. Vellum does, and does it instantly. Vellum's drafting assistant is so unique, it's patented. It automatically pinpoints and aligns geometry as you draw. Endpoints, midpoints, center points, intersections, perpendiculars, tangencies, at a mouse click. Forget numbers, think it. Vellum allows you to plug in the numbers later to accurately update the design. Integrated parametrics combined with associative dimensioning provide two-way associativity. Simply put, if you change the geometry or the dimensions, the entire drawing updates automatically. Vellum preserves your design aesthetics with non-uniform rational B-splines. Vastly superior to Bezier curves, NURBS gives you absolute control of free-form or complex curves. Click the mouse and your design becomes a detailed scales, all associative for automatic update. Vellum's drafting assistant allows you to design in either 2 or 3 dimensions and go back and forth with a single command. With many 3D modelers, such as Design Reality, Presenter Profession, Alias, and others. With Vellum and modelers, and communicate with the impact of photo loaded with user benefits. It results in precise designs in record time. With Ashlar-Vellum, if you can dream it, you can design it. Here are some of the users who have seen Steven Spielberg's movie Jurassic Park, Forget the Tyrannosaurus Rex. An Ashlar-Vellum, courtesy of the imagination of Bob Gurr.
I was invited by Steven Spielberg to take a look at what it would take to make an animated, full-size, 40-foot Tyrannosaurus Rex. It had to be capable of certain moves, had to move very fast, so we had a lot of mechanical parts that had to move relative to one another, but at the same time it was covered by a very flexible skin. Vellum allowed parts would relate together and how the skin would move from various viewpoints. We were able to get the basic design figured out in Vellum early enough in the pre-production work in 1990 so that we could estimate how much of the hydraulic power we were going to need, what would be required for, to generate all the speed that was going to be required for this movie. Oddly enough, keeping it all in one program inside Vellum allowed me to generate all the drawings that Steven's people needed to make those. I love showing what Vellum can do to people and watch their jaws drop when they see the simplicity of how Vellum is allowing me to do something really fast.
The creative partnership of Gurr and Vellum also spawned the Pirates of Las Vegas's Treasure Island, a battle that draws tens of thousands of spectators daily and has become a made-for-television movie. What's impressive, in addition to Bob's imagination, is that he conceptualizes designs in Vellum.
The Buccaneer Bay show at Treasure Island Hotel in Las Vegas was a very interesting job because it went through 3 basic phases where you have a concept design, a bid document phase where you do preliminary engineering, and then the production phase where you do all of the production drawings that actually go out into the shop. I was able to use Vellum on all 3 of those. The first phase, you could take that basic idea, illustrate a ship, show what it would look like in the 3D from various viewpoints, showing what it would look like when it rolled over and sunk in the pond in front of the hotel. Then we could do the preliminary engineering, which got a lot of 2D drawings that showed the relationship of the ship, how it had to move on a track. Then when the production phase started, we had to make hundreds and hundreds of drawings to go out to the shops to make all these parts, to build around 230,000 pounds of steel welded parts. That's where Vellum really came into play because we already had the concept laid out. We had master layout drawings, and from those we could extract all of the elements for the shop drawings. 2 factories with a total of 60 fabricators cutting metal and welding were able to follow my drawings, and I was able to stay ahead of them with 1 computer and 1 software program.
Than 23 Vellum workstations, Vellum plays a major role in maintaining Carling Switch's competitive advantage and an engineer's avocation.
Many times, Carling switch customers require specific modifications to the products that they buy. Vellum allows us to make these modifications and bring them to market needs very quickly. The drafting assistant in Vellum is a very intuitive feature. It anticipates the way you might want geometry to appear as you're designing. In the design and development process of a new product, many changes are frequently made as the product is optimized. And through the use of associative dimensioning, I can communicate these changes very quickly. I'm involved in vintage auto racing. I have a 1958 Ashlar-Vellum, which is a fairly unique and rare car. Quite often I can't find parts for this car. There have been times when I've actually drawn up the parts on vellum and either made them myself or had them made for me.
Every corporation has its signature. For the multi-billion-dollar giant Apple computer, it's a sophisticated and elegant product line with subtle curves and surfaces. From Newton to Macintosh, style writer to laser writer, industrial design for every Apple product is designed and engineered in Ashlar-Vellum.
This is the original mouse and this is the new one that I worked on. It was necessary to restylize the mouse to go with our newer design language, as well as really update it ergonomically. There were some obvious improvements that we needed to make for ease of use and comfortability. And vellum was such an integral part of designing the mouse. I think it's the seamless integration from sketching to controlled drawing and really getting down what you want the product to be. And I think that it's really kind of taken for granted how easy it is to use. When you work on vellum, it's taking some of the select items from the few sketches and kind of bringing them into one cohesive idea and trying it out. And it's just so quick that you can do that, you know, multiple iterations of that and really seeing how those curves are interacting with each other and just plot them out and boom, you know, you've got them up on the wall and you're talking about them with the group and really getting work done at the fast pace that we need to.
Anything we do in the creative process here involves a lot of tries and what-ifs, and anything that facilitates that is going to be a benefit for me and obviously the product we put out. Because any exploration you do, you always find new and better ways to do it. Ashlar-Vellum is integral to our process here at Apple. Pretty much every computer that is out there started out with Ashlar-Vellum that's on our current line. It's the way we quickly can turn ideas and check out exactly what we think, because we're free to try different things. We're not locked into some arduous program that we're saying, oh, whoa, we got to back out of this. It's too much work to continue.
As market competition becomes more intense, Apple is increasing its emphasis on design to increase product appeal. Ashlar's Vellum provides a competitive advantage.
It's very interesting as we start to push our design language here because of the need to compete more in the market through design. Our design is evolving to much more complex forms and surfaces. The thing about Newton is the basic theme of it is, as we were introducing a personal product that is representing a new technology, is trying to have something that is very tangible, very simple to look at and unthreatening. While at the same time we wanted something that, as you get to know it and you get to see it a bit more, you start realizing there's more to it than that. There's a level of subtlety in the surfaces and some interesting tactile aspects of it that make you more interested as you own it more. What we've found is by being able to manipulate surface to that degree of subtlety but with that degree of interest with vellum, that combined with the right surface finish, and in this case a metallic smooth field paint, we can create a series of shadows and highlights that adds an extra depth to the perceived value of the product.
From one-person design shops to Fortune 100 companies, users worldwide depend on Ashlar-Vellum to make ideas into reality. Be it Power Mac, Macintosh, Windows, or Windows NT, Vellum is the CAD software of preference. It's intuitive, efficient, fast, and easy to use. Ashlar's powerful design and engineering tools make Vellum the common element of successful designs everywhere. Isn't it time you tried Vellum? With Vellum, if you can dream it, you can design it.
Without it, we'd be lost in the competitive world. I think Vellum is one of the few programs that really gets to that point, that you can think about what you want and you can look at the results and not worry about what keys you're pressing in the middle.
I've taken a guy's dream, where he dreams it, I draw it, we build it, and we take it to a great opening night.